Hello and welcome to Popcorn with Sabrina and Bianca.
I'm Sabrina.
And I'm Bianca. Sabrina, do you want to tell them what our show's about?
Alright guys, so basically we are just going to be talking about movies. We're not going to be rating them, well, we're going to be reviewing them. But it's just banter and comedy.
Yes, alright, I'm super excited. So Sabrina, can you tell us what is your favorite movie?
Wait, before we get into that, guys, I do want to go ahead and tell you that if you haven't seen the movie before, just be forewarned that there will be spoilers. So, just putting that out there. There will be spoilers.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler alert. Oh, yes. But, what'd you ask me?
Oh, I said, what is your favorite movie?
So, my favorite movie right now is Freedom Riders. Definitely, I took Teacher Cadet, so I watched that in class, and I've at least watched that about 5 times. It hits home. It's a very good movie. I do recommend it. What about you, B?
My all-time favorite movie is The Princess Bride. Mm-hmm. I've seen it about 1,012 times.
Yes, ma'am.
And I can proudly quote the entire movie, which probably makes it really annoying to watch it with me, but I love watching it. What other movies are you watching a lot right now?
Honestly, I gotta stick with horror. Horror, definitely top 10. Any horror movie I'll watch. Insidious is a classic. The Ring series is a classic. So.
Ooh, see, I cannot do horror movies. Absolutely not. I don't think I've ever actually seen one. I think I see the commercials and scream and cover my eyes, and I've never seen one.
CB, I'm about to put you on a couple. It's about to happen. Yes,
all
ma'am.
Right. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so I have a good question for you.
Alrighty.
What is a movie that makes you laugh the hardest?
Ooh, a movie that makes me laugh the hardest is Funeral. It's actually on Netflix. It's got Kevin Hart. It's got the dude that I think plays Donkey. It's one of the cartoons. I can't remember his name, but I can visualize him. But it's Funeral, and it's rated R for you guys that are like that. But yeah, what about you?
I would have to say the Mike Myers version of The Cat in the Hat is the absolute funniest movie ever made.
Is that like a parody or something?
It is hilarious. No, it's the live-action Cat in the Hat, and every single line in that movie will make you laugh. And I think my favorite scene is when they're making cupcakes, and the cat, like there are 2 cats, and I don't know, he's crazy, but they're making cupcakes, and it's a mess, and he cuts off his tail, and it's a lot of fun.
Is it gory then?
No, not at all. I mean, it's a children's movie.
It's a children's.
But there are definitely a lot of adult jokes in that children's movie, and I did I get them when I was a kid, and I watched it again recently, and I was like, oh, okay. But it's very funny. Definitely recommend.
Definitely recommend. It might have to happen.
What's your favorite scene in Funeral? Which does not sound like a funny movie.
It is surprising. It's like Plane, if you've never seen Plane before.
Airplane?
I think it's called yeah, it's on Netflix.
Airplane is the weirdest movie in the world. Like, nothing in that movie makes sense.
Yes.
Nothing. Which is great. That's why it's great, but it's a mess.
Yeah, that's basically like with Funeral. The father, it's like it's a black family, and the father dies, and Kevin Hart, who brings him, the dead body and stuff for the showing, opens the casket, and the son is like, that's not my dad. And he was like, well, are you sure? It's like, do I look Asian to you? Best part of the movie. It was great.
That sounds great.
I got one for you,
Oh,
B.
go ahead.
Alrighty, if you could be in any movie, what would it be?
If I could be in any movie?
Yes.
Oh, that's really hard. I was not prepared for that question. Okay. Wait, do you have an answer to that question?
I don't, actually.
Okay, well, honestly, I think, for some reason, the first movie that comes to my head is Coco.
Coco?
Yeah, I'd want to jump into Coco, and I mean, I think it'd be really cool to dance, and I mean, they're like skeletons, and throw my head around, juggle my head. Sounds like fun.
That's definitely a talent. You can basically turn upside down as it is now. So
that's true. In case you don't know me, I spend a lot of time upside down. I basically live in a handstand. All right, well, are we ready for another music break?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
All right, guys, and we're back. Jamie's song, you know how it is. All right, B, I got a question for you.
All right, I'm ready.
Are you ready for this one? Okay. If you could change any ending in a movie, what would it be and why?
Oh, great question. So I get really, really, really mad every time I watch Pretty in Pink because I hate that. Okay, spoiler alert in case someone cares. I hate that she picks Blaine. She should not pick Blaine. She should 100% be picking Duckie at the end of the movie. And I can't even express how angry it makes me. Duckie loves her so much the entire movie. He shows her how much he loves her. He would do anything for her. He's her best friend. She should absolutely pick him in the end. And instead, she picks like the snobby rich guy who doesn't care about her. He stands her up. I truly can't understand, and it makes me very angry. She should have picked Duckie. I own not one but 2 shirts that say I would have picked Duckie.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's my answer to that question.
It reminds me of those Wattpad stories, you know?
Oh,
picking the wrong
throwback.
guy. Throwback. Yes, ma'am.
All right, your turn.
Alrighty, so mine would be the newest Grudge that came out. I saw like the older ones, great movies, loved them, and then I saw this newest one. I had high hopes for it. I was so excited, good plot line, everything like it tied
they
back.
let you down?
So bad.
No.
So bad. I was not expecting the ending because like you think, okay, so the Grudge goes back to where she belongs to, happy family, happy ending, the boy goes to school, blah blah blah. No, not happen. No, the mom gets kidnapped, and then it's just like. It just ends. Like, that's it.
What?
Like, it doesn't even end right. I was like, okay, can I have my money back? Because this wasn't this sadness. So I think that was one of the horror movies that actually let me down. Like, I had high hopes for The Grudge because The Grudge has a pretty good reputation. And I think that's the one horror movie that I'm just like, no, you should have kept it. You should have just stayed at the older classic movies and then just not have made another one.
See, they do that all the time. Like, you have a perfect ending. We should just end it there.
Yes.
I don't know why we're continuing. We don't need to.
You just, if
honestly,
it's not broken, don't fix it.
Honestly, that's the way I feel about the Toy Story series. Did you see the final Toy Story?
I have, no.
Yeah, and see, it pained me because Toy Story 3 ended so perfectly. Like, it was like a perfect, it was just, this is how it should end.
Exactly.
We're moving on, we're moving up, the world goes on, and the toys are still happy, they have a new family, but then they made Toy Story 4, and it was a good movie. It just, the ending frustrated me, and I just wish that Toy Story 3 was the end of it. All right. Ready for the next question?
I got you a next question.
Oh, you have me a next question.
I have you a next question.
Okay,
All
you
right.
go. I'm ready.
Alrighty. Have you ever shed a tear for a movie?
Oh, every single movie I see.
Every single movie?
Yeah, if I don't cry in the movie, it is not a good movie.
For real?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am a movie crier. That's just
how it has to be sometimes.
Yes, it is. And there are some movies too that like I've seen them 15 times and I still cry in it. Like I know what's going to happen, but they still get me. All right. Well, are you a movie crier, or is it like special? If it makes you cry?
It has to be a special movie to make me cry. Like it depends on which one. I even know like with some of them, like I'll know like I've seen it before, it made me cry, and then I won't watch it again because I know it made me cry. Like I'm like, it's a great movie, I recommend it, but you're not going to watch it with me. It's not happening.
See, my dad gets so annoyed because my mom and I are both movie criers, so he'll be like sitting in between us and my mom and I are just wailing and it's really funny. So
grab the tissues, guys.
Like I remember also on my favorite movie list is The Greatest Showman.
Yes,
loved The Greatest Showman.
Movie.
The soundtrack is
phenomenal,
amazing, phenomenal. Yes. And it's also great because it's like it's a soundtrack that you can always listen to.
Exactly.
Like there are some soundtracks, it's just there are songs that you want to skip or you're not interested in, but the whole soundtrack is brilliant. But there are a couple different times in that movie where my mom and I cry, and we've definitely seen it. We saw it multiple times in the theater.
Okay, yeah.
We were on an airplane ride and we watched it again. I own it on DVD. Not that I own many DVDs, but I do have it. And we watched it on DVD at home, and my mom and I cry every time. Every time.
Every time. Okay. I got another one to come out with. So, A Dog's Journey. I've got to put that out there. Okay, because I know
I haven't seen it.
It's
so I have a thing. I don't I get really nervous to watch any movies about a dog. Air Bud, I can handle. But anything after that, I get really nervous.
You just unlocked memories when you said that.
And then there was like the whole Air Buddy series, and there's like 12 of them, and it's why are there so many?
Yes.
But I mean, they're adorable. Who doesn't love cute dogs? But I like cute dogs when I know for certain that the movie is going to end with the cute dog ending happy. Mm-hmm. And there are certain movies that I can't. I'm too nervous that the dog won't end happy, and I don't watch them.
Yeah, no, my cousin dragged me out, and my best friend, it was my cousin, my best friend, and myself, and my cousin was the only one that wasn't crying.
Oh.
We were bawling our eyes out, and then I was like, never bring me to a movie like this again. Like, I've never cried this much in a movie theater before. This is bad. And then they came out with another one.
Another one?
Yeah, it's like a dog's journey home or something like that. I don't know if it goes along with that one, but it's about, like, the same kind of thing, and I'm just like, no. I'm like, I refuse.
Well, see, like, I think it all started with Marley and Me.
Yes.
When they tricked me and broke me. I don't know how old I was when that came out, but I was young, and I thought it was going to be a happy movie about puppies, and spoiler alert, it was not.
It was
devastating, and I sobbed in the movie theater. We got in the car, and I sobbed. We got home, and I, like, threw myself in my bed, and I sobbed. My parents were worried about me. I could not stop crying. And I have 5 dogs, and I love my dogs like siblings, and I was just, like, grabbing all of my dogs and holding them tight, like, let's not ever see Marley and Me again. Never, never, never. So...
I can say I've never seen Marley and Me.
Oh, good for you. Don't watch it. Live happy.
There are just some movies that people will be like, oh, yeah, this happens. And I'm just like, I kind of already know because people have talked about it. And
exactly.
It's like The Notebook, you know? It's just everybody's kind of...
Have you seen The Notebook?
No.
Me neither.
That's another one. I'm just like...
Have not seen The Notebook, but I know that I don't really need to see The Notebook. Like, I know what happens. I get
it's
it.
Good. I'm glad. It's a nice romance. It's a classic romance, and I'm glad you're happy that you watched it.
I own many notebooks. Do I have to watch the movie?
That's exactly how it needs to be. That's it. I'll watch it in spirit with you. How about that?
All right, ready for our next music break?
Let me have a dance jam. Let's do it.
Let's go. And we're back. I hope you enjoyed that music break.
Better than ever.
We were just talking about how that song is our favorite song to jam out to in the car. Like,
Best.
Turn it all the way up, windows down, and scream.
Hair
sing.
blowing.
So
knots and everything.
I hope you enjoyed that. All right, ready for more questions?
Oh, let's see what we got. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Okay, I am ready. I have strong opinions here, so...
I'm ready for your strong opinions.
Here we go.
Okay.
What is the worst movie you've ever seen?
Alrighty. I gotta put this...
Or at least your least favorite.
My least favorite?
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of the worst movie because it's like Jaws, except worse than Jaws. You know, it's a regular shark movie. It's Sharknado, guys.
Right? I never saw it.
They have like Sharknado 1 to like 5, and they just keep coming out with more, and it's always on Sci-Fi. And I'm like, it's a stupid movie, but
So what is Sharknado about?
It's basically just sharks going around in a tornado. I'm just like, and then they had Sharknado and Octopus or something like that. Never saw it, but I saw it like on the channel listing. And like I said, they just come out with a new one, or they just keep showing different ones, just boom, out of the blue. Look, guys, there's another one you can make fun of. And it's just,
but see,
so
like,
weird.
that's the type of movie that's made, like, almost intentionally to make fun of.
Yes.
So it's, I don't know, I mean, it doesn't make it terrible, it makes it great, because it's supposed to be terrible.
It's supposed to be terrible, which makes it great, but at the same time, it's the least favorite because it's terrible, but it's great.
Yes.
That. Exactly that.
I will not ask you to repeat that sentence. Okay, so follow-up question.
Okay.
Have you ever walked out of a movie in a movie theater?
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
Okay. So, I was actually with my best friend, and then we were on a double date. So, it was my boyfriend and then her boyfriend. And it was a movie called Red with Jennifer Lawrence, the girl that plays on Hunger Games. Yes.
I don't think I've heard of it.
You're not missing anything, trust me.
Okay, great.
And so we, my best friend picked it out. She was like, let's go. I'm like, okay, cool. We're just thinking it's like this, girl that, queen, kicks butt, all this other stuff, girl power. So we get in there with our boyfriends, might I add. Okay, so we're going in there. First 5 minutes into it, straight on, she's sucking stuff, which I can't say, but, like, she's straight going at it.
Okay.
And I'm looking at, like, everybody, like, is this a preview or is this, like, a movie? Like, what is this? And so 15 minutes more into it gets even worse.
Oh, no.
So it was so bad. So we actually ended up walking out, and I think after 20 minutes in, they'll give you a refund for it. So we actually ended up getting a refund and just going to eat at Applebee's.
Well, sounds like you made the right decision. Well, what did you get at Applebee's?
The 2 for $20,
Perfect. Good choice. I mean, that's a great choice.
It was delicious. All right, now, as for you, I want to hear this, the strong opinionated.
Okay, so a couple things. First, the first ever movie I walked out on, because I don't know, to me, no matter how bad a movie is, if you start it, you should finish it. Mm-hmm. And this is the first time I ever broke that rule, like shattered my morals here. The movie Downsizing.
I've heard of that.
It was terrible.
Was it really?
And what's frustrating about it is that it's a great idea.
Yeah.
The concept is great. The cast list was great. The movie was horrible. Like, couldn't have been worse.
I've seen so many previews, and I wanted to see it. I've just never gotten
because
a chance.
the previews made it sound like a fun film, and it was not. It was absolutely terrible. It was really slow and boring and weird and pretty racist. I cannot think of a single redeeming quality to that movie. It was just bad.
Was it really?
Yes.
They had some pretty good actors in there, too.
The cast list was amazing. It's like Kristen Wiig or somebody?
Yes.
Yeah, somebody amazing. Well, she played a very boring character. Like, how do you make Kristen Wiig boring? She's so interesting and fun. It was just really bad, and it got to the point where we literally could not sit there one more second, and we left. Well, we walked out of the theater, ordered more popcorn, and left.
There we go.
The show is called Popcorn with Sabrina and Bianca because popcorn is my life. It is the only reason I survive. I eat a bag of popcorn myself, like, every single day, which probably isn't the healthiest option, but that is what happens. Extra butter, extra salt.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. Whenever I go to the movies with anybody, I always tell the lady, I'm like...
Drench it.
I tell her, I was like, just give me cholesterol problems at this point. And then this one time I was with a friend. I told her, I was like, yeah, just give me cholesterol problems. She straight on.
You want cholesterol in a bag and diabetes in a cup.
Basically.
Perfect.
If I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down happy,
Yes.
And so yeah, I picked up the bag, and the next thing you know, I just felt liquids just dripping down my legs. It was very enticing. I enjoyed that feeling, once in a lifetime, if you know.
Now, the other movie that I wanted to mention here, now, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but here it is. I do not like the movie WALL-E at all.
Oh, WALL-E is... Okay, all right.
You like it?
I do like it.
Okay, no, that's good, because everybody likes it, and you should like it. I hate it, and here's why. When I first saw it, we went to go see it at a drive-in movie theater. Uh-huh. And when did this come out?
This was like
2006, 7?
Yeah, this is
2008. 2008 is when it came out. Thank you. Thank you, behind the scenes work. 2008. So I was 8 years old, and I went and I got popcorn, obviously, for myself. And I was walking back to our car, and out of nowhere, a raccoon popped out of a bush. I mean, no, a literal raccoon jumped out of a bush.
What?
And I was terrified, naturally. So I started running, and I'm running from this raccoon. Everyone's sitting in their cars staring like, why is this child running? No one seemed to care that a raccoon was chasing me. But so WALL-E is playing, and I am sprinting from a raccoon. I had to take my popcorn and toss it. I tossed my popcorn, which was heartbreaking because I love popcorn. So I tossed my popcorn, and I was so scared of this raccoon that was chasing me, I jumped into a stranger's car at 8 years old. Which
Bianca.
is not wise, but...
Bianca.
I had to escape the raccoon. So I have not seen WALL-E since that day.
Sorry.
I have not seen WALL-E since that day, and I don't know if I can handle seeing it again. Because I feel like if I start watching WALL-E, the raccoon's gonna know, and he's gonna be like, where is she?
He's
gonna find me. So that is why I do not like the movie WALL-E, and I recognize that is an unpopular opinion, and I apologize, but I hope you understand my point of view.
You have a valid reason, though, for WALL-E.
Thank you!
See? Okay, I can...
Thank you!
Now that... Okay.
I'm sure at some point it'll come out that I've been attacked by, like, numerous animals, and they're all very interesting stories, but that's the one we're gonna tell today.
The wreck, you just... You know, it happens. I'm just going to say that it just has to happen. It happened for a reason, okay?
Yeah, the reason is for me to never watch WALL-E again.
And that, it just...
Although, at some point, maybe in the show, you'll make me watch it, and I understand that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to need help. I'm going to need help getting through it.
I'm going to need somebody to hold my hand, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. And then hand sanitizer before and after.
Always.
All right. Do we have another question?
I have one more question for you.
One more question. Okay.
All right. What movie would you remake?
Remake. Oh.
Yes.
Do you have an answer to that question?
Yes.
Okay, you go ahead, because I'm going to think.
All right.
I'm going to think about that for a minute.
So, a movie that I would remake is not because it's a bad movie. It's just because it's an older classic 50s movie, and it just hasn't been remade. But it's A Royal Wedding.
Oh, okay.
And it's Fred Astaire. He's a singer and he's an actor, and it's amazing because he sings as well as he dances.
Of course, I love Fred Astaire so much.
Yes, and it's just great because,
But who would play him right now?
See that? Okay.
See, yeah, that's hard.
That
See,
is.
I wish. A lot of times, I wish they would make a movie that's like a movie from the 50s, where because it's not. I understand they are musicals, but the musicals today are different from musicals in the 50s.
Yeah.
Like, I truly want to see. What's his name? It's like O'Donnell is his last name, and I can't think of his first name. But he's from Singing in the Rain. Oh, I'm gonna kick myself for this later. I hope my grandma's not listening. She'll be upset that I forgot. I'm so sorry. Donald O'Connor is his name. There we go.
O'Connor?
Yes, that's his name. And there is a movie where he tap dances in like every single movie he does. But there's a movie where he tap dances on roller skates.
Oh,
and
okay.
it is so cool.
That's talent right there.
It is amazing. He roller skates all around. It's with like Shirley Temple, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's with Shirley Temple tap dancing on roller skates, and it's just incredible. And I want to see a movie made today where they just tap dance on roller skates, and it's normal, because it's not right now, and I think it should be, because it's so much fun.
They just need to bring back some good classics.
They do!
And just keep the same format and don't,
Well, now see, okay, here's the problem. I'm going to flip-flop on this topic, because as much as I want them to remake some of those old movies, remakes are always terrible. Or maybe not always. There are good remakes. The Parent Trap. I like the remake of The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan.
Yes.
I don't really like the original. Or same with the movie Hairspray. I like the remake of Hairspray. I don't like the original. But I feel like lately they've been butchering remakes.
I can agree with that.
I'm nervous to make the statement of I wish they would remake different movies from the 50s. But at the same time I do. I don't know.
Okay. I got one going off that.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Karate Kid.
Of course I
right?
know Karate Kid.
It's a good classic. Everybody loves it. Well, there is and I'm gonna banter on this real quick.
Okay.
It's called Cobra Kai on
I haven't
Netflix.
watched it yet.
Hate it.
Oh, no.
It's so bad. Okay,
I was excited.
because I understand that they're trying to go off with the plot because it's now the kids growing.
So
grown up.
are they going off the plot of like the original movies or like the Jaden Smith version?
Like the original one, because they
Okay.
have flashbacks from the original movie.
Okay.
And so now it's like the kids like actually grown up, like it's their points of view.
Okay.
And it's so bad. Like
That's
the actors,
so sad.
because like I can understand like the plots and all this, but first I'm like, why is that the plot for one, and then two, the actors are just terrible. Like they can't act to save their life.
That seems to be happening a lot with Netflix movies lately.
Yes, Netflix has been letting us down hard.
It's been
hard.
Yeah. Well, like, what's the new show? Have you watched it yet? Julie and the Phantoms.
No, not yet.
Okay, Julie and the Phantoms is so funny because the acting is just god awful. It is terrible. But I watched the first episode and I laughed at how bad it was and watched the second episode, and then I kept watching, and then I got super invested and I suddenly cared about the characters even though the acting wasn't good. But I will say it's a musical show, and the music is actually like pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the songs. I thought the music in it was really fun. There were like parts where the acting was really good. Like Okay, so even the plot to it is kind of weird too. Okay, we're talking about a TV show. We're off topic, but that's okay.
Perfectly fine.
But so it's like there's a band, and the band eats some bad hot dogs and they die, which is weird. No, exactly, it's weird. So they eat bad hot dogs and they die, and then that was in the 90s, and now it's 2020, and they like come back as ghosts to this girl Julie, and only she can hear them. But like, I guess, so every time they sing, the world can hear them. And when they sing with Julie, everybody can see them too. And everyone was like, whoa, what happened? So she decides to say that they were holograms and not ghosts. And that's the whole like plot of the show.
That just threw me for a loop.
Yeah,
That's all over the place.
It's all over the place. But I don't even remember why I brought it up at this point. But the acting was bad, and I like the music of it. And it's a TV show, so we're off topic. Back on topic. However, the other thing I was going to say, we were talking about the Karate Kid. I just think that I need to mention that my very first celebrity crush was Jaden Smith. Oh my God, I was in love. I was in love with Jaden Smith. I had our whole wedding planned. I also had my whole plan. I had a whole plan on how I was going to like win him over, because I was going to befriend Willow. And I was going to be his sister Willow's best friend, and then I was going to like casually meet Jalen and be like, "Hi, I'm your sister's best friend," you know. And then I was going to get really close to Will, and Will was going to like me, and he was going to like me so much, and he was, I mean, they're like super rich, so he was going to pay for the whole wedding, and it was going to be extravagant and wonderful. But then I remember Jaden cut his hair, and my 12-year-old self was like, he didn't ask me first. And then I stopped.
Then you were
liking
just like
Jaden
done,
Smith.
like
yeah.
I was like, that was it. That's it for us.
No, that's like legit what happened. It was very sad. All right, any other questions?
I think I'm questioned out for right now.
I think so too.
But you know, you did bring back a memory with Willow Smith. I whipped my hair back and forth.
That song
I so forgot about
so good.
I so forgot about that song until you said
to
her
my
name.
listeners, I am so sorry that I don't have that song queued up and ready to go. But I promise at some point we'll play it because that is a great song. Did you watch the music video for it?
Yes.
Where she like gets the paint in her hair and spins it around. Oh gosh, that song is wonderful. The music video is wonderful. I loved it, and I mean, we sang it every single day when we were young. Every single day.
That's a good old.
My dad got
throwback.
super annoyed, but that's okay.
That's a great throwback.
All right. Is that it for today?
I think that's it for today.
I think that's it for today. So we're going to play some more music for you, but we are done. So this has been Popcorn with Sabrina and Bianca.
We will see you guys next Wednesday at 6.
We will see you next Wednesday at 6.
We'll have more movie themes coming at you.
Yes.
So just be ready.
So excited. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.